Well, good morning. What a privilege it is to share a podium with such accomplished leaders, from our representative to the mayor, to our Indy 11's owner, to our coach. Fabulous to be able to be here this morning. As was introduced, I am Dave Guthrie. I have the privilege of working with a lot of good people that do a lot of good things for all the right reasons. And what a wonderful job that is. I serve as the executive director of Indiana Soccer. Indiana Soccer is really a family of soccer folks. We serve about 65,000 players, but more importantly, they have parents and grandparents. And so when you look at the soccer family here in Indiana, it's about 250,000 people. And that 250,000 people have authorized me to speak on their behalf and to support the stadium. Many of you think that this has just happened over the last year or so. But quite frankly, Ursal and I met 5 years ago. And his question to me is, how can I help Indiana Soccer? Well, as I explained to him, Indiana Soccer, we serve the full continuum of play. From the 5-year-old, and we'll get yours signed up very soon, you'll see a little toddler here, all the way up to those who are most accomplished and play on the international stage. And as Jurgen mentioned, Indiana has had a lot of success in placing a lot of players in the collegiate game as well as the national team. What Jurgen humbly didn't tell you is that there was an impenetrable veil that kept Americans out of the highest level of play in Europe. And Jurgen not only penetrated that veil, but he tore that veil wide open, and now we have lots of American players that are playing in Europe at the highest level. So Indiana Soccer's commitment is for that entry-level player all the way through to the elementary, the middle school, the high school player, the college, the professional, and then those who are privileged enough and are skilled enough to represent the United States in the Olympics and on the international, and in the international game in the World Cup. Jurgen was there for 2 of those. We've had lots of other players in Indiana that have played in the World Cup for both men and women. In fact, we have one young man out of Fort Wayne who actually is one of, I think, 3 only that have played in 4 World Cups. So you've got a Hoosier that's played in 4 World Cups. What a remarkable accomplishment. So this is a rich soccer community, a very excited and robust soccer family. The stadium will allow, and to get back to my comment with what he could do, or what this owner could do for Indiana Soccer, was help us to complete the continuum. Our players had to leap from college all the way to the international game. We didn't have a professional level of play for them to continue their development. We didn't have a venue to showcase these athletes, so that rather than us have to travel and go to Illinois or to Ohio to watch our international and high-level collegiate players, to watch them, we needed a venue here in Indiana. And so I want to thank Ursal for not only investing his time and his talent, but his treasure in the Indiana Soccer family. Ursal, thank you so very much for that. This soccer family that I reference, it goes all the way up to South Bend. And as a Boilermaker, it's tough for me to talk about South Bend for obvious reasons. We go past Bloomington. Again, it's tough to say that, all on our way all the way down to Evansville. And we've got folks that are here, I see, from the western part of our state to the eastern part of the state. So we spread over and have a huge footprint. And that footprint says we want to have a venue, the opportunity to have a venue here in Indiana to allow our players to stay and play and showcase here in the state of Indiana. Thank you very much.